You on? Okay. Technical difficulties. Ready? All right. Make a motion to open the Owensville Town Council meeting on March 3rd, 2026 at 6:30 PM.
A second.
All those in favor? Aye. If y'all would please stand, face the flag for our pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. Just remember that this meeting is being recorded. Anyone who speaks is giving permission to be recorded and posted on our YouTube channel and the town website. Virtual participation is not monitored, so you can virtually watch the meeting, but if you need to or want to speak, it must be in person. All right. Did you go through the claims? Everything's good? Okay. Make a motion to approve the town's claims from February the 4th, 2026 through March the 3rd, 2026 in the amount of $190,625.03.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting minutes, you have any questions, concerns from the February meeting?
No.
Nope. Make a motion to approve the Owensville Town Council meeting minutes from February the 3rd, 2026.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And the special meeting?
I didn't have anything.
Make a motion to approve the Town of Owensville Council meeting, special meeting, February the 17th, 2026.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And Park and Rec?
Yeah, I didn't have anything on them either.
Okay. Make a motion to approve the Park and Rec Board meeting minutes from Tuesday, January the 27th, 2026.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No questions or concerns on the claims from the Park and Rec? Make a motion to approve the Park and Rec's claims from February the 24th in the amount of $3,798.56.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. If you all would, please sign in, and then, you can have a seat out here if you'd like. We can get some more chairs out if we need. Or Josh can scoot down. We should have plenty of seats out for you. All right, we'll go through the water adjustments. Steve Fithian had an outside leak, pipe busted on December the 16th, meter was shut off on the 18th, leak was fixed on the 31st.
And they are here.
Oh, just in time. Okay. We good?
Looks good to me.
Okay. Make a motion to approve, the adjustment for Steve Fithian in the amount of $1,418.73. To make the new bill $859.86.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So it's still a very high water bill, but
Yeah, already paid.
we got, of course, you know, the water we can The water we have, I'm backwards,
The water was used on their side,
Yes.
they had to pay
Yes.
for it,
but you don't have to
but
pay
it
for the
didn't go down
sewer.
the drain, so we can adjust the sewer.
Perfect storm there, it's just froze right, and the plumber set batteries quit.
Yeah,
That first cold
Yeah.
snap.
Yeah,
yeah, I know there were quite a few people, you weren't the only one, we've still got a whole list of people to go through, so. Jeremy Wade. I guess. All right. Make a motion to approve the water adjustment for Jeremy Wade in the amount of $55.72, bringing the new bill to $113.09.
a second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So on this one, it was a bill that wasn't,
Karen accidentally generated this bill when
Okay.
she done the March bills, and it should not have been. So you guys just approve it so she can take it back off
okay,
for the Bittner Mobile Homes.
okay. Make a motion to approve the water adjustment for the Bittner Mobile Homes LLC in the amount of $58.09.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Colinson, say that right? So you had an outside water leak on the service line? All right. Make a motion to approve the water adjustment for Colinson in the amount of $117.85, bringing the new total to $141.55.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
These last, I don't know about these last two. Roger Leister. Had an outside leak on February the 27th. Make a motion to adjust the water bill for Roger Leister in the amount of $68.72, bringing the new bill to $128.44.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And Pedro Ferreira.
And his is gonna be for 2 months.
Okay. So this was actually a loose fitting close to the meter where the town had done some work. All right. Make a motion to approve the water adjustment for Pedro Ferreira for the, what month is this first one? March, for the, no,
No, this one, the first one will be for February. And the second one will be for March.
okay. For February, in the amount of $45.40, bringing the new bill to $150.33. And for the March bill, with the adjustment of $31.44, bringing the new bill to $100. Okay. Does anybody that had their bill adjusted have any questions? No? Okay. All right, so the union has decided to raise their union dues by $2, is that correct?
It's 52, now it's 54.
Okay. So we just need to make a motion to Approved resolution 2026-3, amendment to 2025-13, 2026 salary ordinance, increase of union dues and participation fees.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, do you want to go over the sidewalks real quick? I guess there was
I
a,
don't know if they're here or not.
I don't know, something on Church Street. Essentially, you can build sidewalks on your property, but if it's sidewalks that people won't know that you built, I mean, if you build sidewalks on your property, the public doesn't know if it's privately held or if it's the town owns them. So you cannot block the sidewalks or the streets with your vehicle. You can't park on sidewalks. And I know it's their property, but if it's a sidewalk, it has to follow all the rules. It has to be ADA compliant and you can't park on them. You have to follow all the ordinances. So you cannot park, even if it's private, you can't park on it.
okay.
I guess someone had an issue with that.
Mr. Sparacino,
Yes,
I believe that you are up.
I am up.
What do you have for us this evening?
I'm the contractor that helped put the house in.
Okay.
So we were, I contacted our attorney and had them contact the city's attorney. We're just looking for some way to resolve this without having to move the house. I know there's 6 properties that are affected, but it still might be cheaper for us to adjust all 6 properties than move the house. So,
Well, the problem is, and I talked to Taylor Millsap
Yeah.
and I've talked to the title company,
right.
it's not about us.
Mhm.
It's about the title insurance.
Mhm.
And I don't know if what we do here, because they mentioned things like easements, I don't know that an easement satisfies the title insurance. And that's why I asked for Taylor Millsap to be here, and I've also asked for the bank to come so we can discuss it and see what they would be willing to accept that would satisfy title insurance so the town could make a decision.
Right.
Because
So
it's not the town.
right. So where we're at is we don't. And it's where we left it the last time. We don't want to give up that road because that would affect all the neighbors. Because then essentially the town isn't responsible for keeping that road good. I know it dead ends there, but there's still.
What about a portion of it, since it's 25 feet
You can't vacate
across the road?
you can't just vacate a portion. You have to, it's like an all or nothing situation. So
What if we were able to do all 6 properties on that side of the street?
And that would make me responsible for that street.
But just the adjustment.
So again, it's not really, I don't know what's gonna satisfy the title company, but the town is not willing to vacate the street. Speaking to the title company and Taylor Millsap, they were supposed to come here so we can discuss what the title company would be willing to do to give them title insurance and discuss that with the town, so the town could decide if an easement satisfies that, then fine, and the town could vote on that. But without having a representative from the bank or the attorney here, it's hard because it's title insurance that's holding up Mr. Sparacino. It's not really, it's not the rest of it.
Right.
Yeah, it's title
You
insurance.
guys would do like an easement and that kind of stuff, short of vacate. But they're wanting to vacate. The
Okay.
title place is wanting vacate.
And that's why I keep asking them to come here, because we're not willing to do so, because it will affect a lot of people. And isn't the street one that you can build on eventually in the future? You could add on to
I
it,
mean, it potentially could.
potentially.
I mean,
It's just what the title company's gonna be satisfied with. If an easement would satisfy them, that would be the easiest route. But I don't know because they can't give me an answer, and then they ask me questions that I can't answer because I'm not the town council. It's their decision, so that's why I said, please come to a meeting so we can talk about it. If they need a special meeting or something, maybe we can arrange that. But without them here, it's hard to effectuate anything.
We just want to be good. We are willing to help out and do things, but we need to do this without affecting the other innocent bystanders. So,
Well, that answers my question. So, title company,
And I'm sorry, who
Michael,
does Taylor Millsap represent again? Because
just our company.
just your company, okay.
That's the only way I knew how to get involved.
Yeah, and that's fine. I did speak to him, and we had a really good conversation. I thought he was gonna be here tonight, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we'll make sure that we get, hopefully we can just call a special meeting to get this resolved. 'Cause it's holding up you moving in.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the entirety of the entire mortgage. They will not release any of the entire funds. So, but I realize y'all are working with us, so that's great. Thank you. Yep.
Thank you all.
you don't have anything to add to that, did you? Nope.
Not really, I mean, not without getting anything personal.
Josh. That's where I'm at.
And stuff.
Yeah. Well, this is just you in general, so it includes that also. So if you had anything else,
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
oh boy. Okay.
No, Sandra Jones with WSP, who's working with NDOT on the road replacement projects. She had emailed the preliminary engineering agreement to me and I believe Vanessa and Billy, asking if we could get this signed as quickly as possible. I know Sandra's read it, I've read it. I don't see any issues with it. It's
Did you print out the new email
standard,
stuff?
it's standard NDOT language. The majority of it is what you signed a couple weeks ago.
Right.
As Exhibit A. But it's just the preliminary engineering agreement with NDOT.
Yeah. So. No, we've had about a day to read through it. I know Sandra read through it today. You've read through it. I didn't see anything that was any different than what, like you said, than what we'd already signed. So,
The
Everything
first
is in
8
order.
pages or so is just NDOT language. But if you need more time, then, that's fine. It was kind of a big ask to, send it the day before.
well, I already read it. I hate to hold it up and I didn't see anything that I questioned. Did you
I
have
don't see
time?
anything.
I did not see one single thing that made
Yeah.
drew any red flags. It's all straightforward and legit.
Yeah. No. You wanna go ahead and approve her, or you wanna set
I'm
up
cool
a
with it.
special meeting?
I mean, I don't know, if we would prefer him being here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had already agreed to this,
This is just getting the reimbursement
right?
to do that.
And we'd already agreed to it with the task orders anyway. So I don't see a reason to schedule another meeting for this, just to have Matt here whenever he's already agreed to it once. Because on the backside of this is what we already signed.
Yeah. Both of
That's
them.
the
Both,
majority
there's
of
two
it.
of them.
Yeah, there's two of them there.
Task orders. So that's just what we signed with Wesley. This is just our agreement with the state.
Right. That mirrors what we signed with Wesley.
Just getting reimbursed.
Well, I will make a motion to approve the Indiana Department of Transportation preliminary engineering agreement in the amount of $160,000.
A second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Okay. What else do you have?
The water main extension out on, out to the Burger property. Here in the next week or two, I will have a item permit ready for signatures. If possible, I'd like to get it out before the next meeting. It would just, I think Billy signs it. But just wanted to let you know that it's coming up. I don't know if it requires council approval, but it's just submitting the item permit so that you can do the work, when it stops raining.
Okay.
And then if you, I don't know if you had any questions or anything else about
No, I still need to get a hold of Hirsch. Gary. Brian
Yeah.
Hirsch. Brian Hirsch. I need to get a hold of him because of that one spot that we need to go around that. It was like a culvert or that bridge.
Yeah, it's a culvert with wing walls.
Okay. All right. So I'll work on that.
But if you're good with all that, then we'll proceed with getting it wrapped up, get the permit out. And I'm 99% sure Billy's the one that signs it as superintendent, unless you want it to. Okay,
More than welcome.
all right. That's all I got.
Okay.
Thanks, Josh.
Rick, you got anything?
I got one thing.
We got.
I can't see you. There you are. I don't like to. I like to sit. Our tractor that we ordered for Bobcat will be in at the end of the month. And the Kubota will be gone after that point. But I just talked to him on Monday. It was 8 weeks out at the beginning of February. So it should be, another month, it should be up here. They already have a mower down there. They're gonna do it all at one time when they do.
We do.
That's it. The only update I have.
Okay. Billy.
Yes.
First
thing I've got, at the sewer lab, which it's own building, it's got a split unit for heating and cooling,
Mhm.
and it no longer works. I have to use a window air unit to cool and space heaters to heat. I only got one quote, and that was from Bollywood, because that's who we've used at the water wells, it's who we've used at the shop, it's who we've used here. If you want me to try to find another quote, it's fine, but it's something that needs to be done.
And I assume we had to have more than one quote, unless it's a certain price, right?
We're at 5,700.
Yeah, I think that's under.
Mhm.
It's under the amount.
And we use Baldwin for everything else,
Yes.
so I'm okay with
I'm
it.
good with it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, I'll get a hold of them tomorrow. And the next thing, our Hillcrest lift station, one of our pumps went out. And we always keep a spare on hand for every lift station. Well, we put it in place to have the other one evaluated. Well, it came back that the windings in it were bad, and to repair it with a 90-day warranty is right at $5,000. Or we can get a brand new one for $7,200 with a year warranty. Which when we do that, when we get the one with the year warranty, we pull one and that one goes in.
I was getting ready to ask that
No,
very
we do
question.
the correct
And
thing.
it sits on the shelf for a year.
No, no.
When does the warranty start? Okay, yeah, I mean, Makes sense. Think?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I don't see why not. You need to approve it.
Okay, make a motion to approve the heating and cooling quote from Bolligmans, in the amount of $5,743.
A second?
Those in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve the new pump for the Hillcrest Lift Station, quote from Stafford Pump, in the amount of $7,251.10.
A second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Anything else?
Actually, yes, I do.
Okay,
It has come to my attention that there is some land that is going up for sale out of the wells, near our wells, to the east. It's like 22 acres, and it would be an optimal place for us, where we've talked about needing more. We need to upgrade our well system out there, but I think it's going up for auction, so I don't know.
so last Saturday, I spoke with the part owners of that property. There are multiple owners of said property. It is going up for auction. I don't know how that works.
I would have to ask somebody about that. I don't know how that works.
I-
I'll have to talk to Jim McDonald and
So,
see.
can you look into that
I'll look into it.
and see where the town is on doing auction bids and stuff like that? But in the meantime, I'm going to get with Vanessa and some other people and figure out all the owners' names and see if we can't get all of the owners on board with selling that property.
When is the auction?
They have not even set a date.
Okay.
It's just been assigned to an auction house
Okay.
or an auctioneer.
But the location is perfect, for where we're at.
Mhm.
If we were able to get the property, we could have our wells, we could pipe right over to our existing system.
We wouldn't have to move the pump house or anything, or the plant, the water plant, wouldn't have to move any of that,
Okay.
so,
I will see what I can find out.
another shot in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Some good news for the water department. We are no longer on a sewer ban. Sewer ban early warning.
Well, that's sewer, that's sewer.
Well,
But early warning.
in one end, out the other, bud.
You're right.
So we're no longer in that ban, which that opens up a lot of opportunity, a lot of things for a little bit until we get back on it. But another big rainstorm.
Exactly. That's what I told them.
But it does help that we're not on that anymore. So good news there. Okay, that's all I got for your sewer side of things. Roger.
The only thing I got, you guys approved that police car purchase last meeting, I ordered it, I said it should be in May probably. And then all the Axon equipment we have in, and I'm waiting on a phone call now to get it installed in the charger. So whenever they get it, we are using camera systems now.
And is it already hooked into the Durango?
No,
No.
no, no, we'll probably wait on that, that dude when he gets here, we'll have to install that. Same guy I'm gonna have to build him is a certified installer for Axon. So should be the one to install that in there.
Good deal. Anything else? No?
Do we wanna talk about cleaning property?
Yeah, Vanessa and I kinda touched base on it the other day, and normally we do wait until it's a little bit warmer, I know it's starting to warm up, it didn't rain, but I thought maybe if we could maybe put something out that the townwide cleanup's coming up too, maybe
Was that May?
Work kinda close to that, maybe people can have an opportunity to
No.
get rid of their stuff,
May
if
not.
they've got stuff that they can't get rid of.
Yeah.
That's something that'd be,
Vanessa will get something out. I think community planners have already put it on social media, so we can do that too. Spread the word. It's May the 9th
yeah.
is the town cleanup day.
Yeah, I seen somebody was asking when it was, so maybe if we can make a list, right before that we give them an opportunity to get rid of stuff.
Yep, that's what that day is for, so that you can clean stuff up out of your yard and try to keep it looking nice, best you can.
I will say you guys had a good turnout when you do have that.
It gets bigger every year.
That's a
Yeah.
good deal.
But you're working on
A list.
a list.
Yeah, I'll make up a list and give it to her. I just haven't been holding off because it's cold,
Yeah.
It might be something if we get a letter sent out before the May 9th, that might push people to
Yeah, that's why I was,
take their
At least
stuff up.
plan it.
Yeah,
maybe put in those letters when that day is, if it's fairly
Yeah.
on that time,
I was just thinking the flyer, throw it in,
Maybe that'll help out,
send it over.
Okay.
And did you, I had a couple, I don't remember if I sent it to him, did you, I think I told you about one. Get with me afterwards, I got a couple that I want you to look at,
Okay.
that were brought to my attention.
Okay. Anything else? No? Pedro?
Yes, sir. So, we had about 100 people watching the video. That's the maximum we've had so far. Today, actually, we don't have as many as 100, but we have quite a few on right now. One of the things that has been brought up to my attention is the quality of the sound. They say they can hear you guys fine. Sometimes it's hard to catch everybody unless somebody goes up to the microphone and talks. If we're talking over here like I'm talking right now, they probably have a hard time hearing me just because we have one microphone. So I'm gonna suggest to the town that we add one more microphone,
One more.
and we can spread them out, bring one this way, one that way. We have room for one more in this sound board here, so it's hard for me to adjust the gain in the microphone. If I adjust it to 100% to catch everybody like I've been doing just now, it gets too,
Distorted.
yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, the microphone is what, $30-something? I mean, maybe we'd spend what, $100 and change, $100? I don't know, I don't remember, but that's how much we spent. But all we would need is a microphone, a wire, and a stand. That's it.
yeah, you can get with me tomorrow, we'll get them ordered.
Yeah.
Sounds good,
Yeah, thank you.
or will sound good, I guess.
Yeah. All right, patron concerns. Rhonda, do you have anything?
Well, do I have to go first?
Well, sure.
Sure, okay. I just sent a picture, which I watched the last meeting. I thought it was great. It came through good, so.
Good.
I just sent a picture to Corey,
Okay,
and I'll pass it around. And this relates to Roger and the cleanup. This is the property behind me. Again, there's his little pile that he never did anything about.
It has gotten,
There's the wood
Perfect.
pile, he's never, and it's gotten
It's out
larger
of-
because he
yeah, out
keeps
of sight
piling
of-
more and more stuff on it.
yeah.
This is the property right behind me, the Kyle property.
Mm.
He's been dead
There's-
4.5
there's
years,
two
maybe
piles right
5
there.
years. His family is doing nothing, and now I have a shed that I have to tear down because we had a tree come down.
Oh.
So my shed is showing part of that, but that'll be gone. But I have little animals in that trash pile now. So, I mean, I feel like I can't even let my dog out, Ronaldo across the way. I feel like he can't let his little dog out, because we don't want him to get bit by a rat, and I think that's what's down there.
Okay.
So, he needs to do something.
Okay.
I mean, it's been long enough. I think the whole house needs to be demolished, really.
The neighbor up on top of the
But
pile.
I don't know
That's not
that
even
they're
him.
going to do that. And I know, Sandra, you checked before, and they evidently were paying the taxes. We keep checking to see if they're on the sheriff's roll, and
Yeah, they were last time.
they
I'll
were the
check
last
again.
time, I know. So that's why I'm here.
We'll, reach out again.
Sorry, Rhonda, I didn't get your message until just now.
Just now, I sent you one.
I'm sorry.
Because I wasn't gonna come, I thought, oh, he'll see that, but you didn't. But that's okay. I have another question.
I didn't really have
so while I'm here anyway.
Break, but
Yeah, but that's my thing.
That's the one you'd
So
sent me.
check that property, because it is, and I'm sure this summer it'll get worse, because he didn't mow last year, and we had an issue last year. I think the town mowed it, didn't they? Didn't the town have to mow it, and you charged them for it?
I believe.
Year before last?
Before last.
Well, last year it just grew up, I guess, so, yeah, it's been going on at least 3 years, and I think 4 years, so.
Okay.
My other question is, as you all know, I'm the director of the senior center. I'm going to all the Gibson County town councils and requesting that you put us on as one of your fundraisers, because I have people from Owensville, Fort Branch, Hopstock. I mean, the center is not just Princeton anymore. Since I took over, it is Gibson County. So the Princeton Council gives me money. They suggested I come and talk to all of the other towns. They feel like the other towns should appropriate some to the senior center, since it is a Gibson County senior center now. So that is, I'm sure you'll have to trash that around and see what you can come up with.
Yeah.
So, but we take any amount. We definitely are nonprofit, and I run very close to the books, really. So money is tight this year especially. So.
Okay. Just, for the ones, that are unfamiliar with what you do there, can you explain what you do
I'm the
there?
director of the senior center. We have lunches 2 days a week. We have something going on 5 days a week. We do trips for the seniors. I average 60 to 70 people on Tuesdays and Fridays for lunch. We do carry-out lunches for the seniors twice a month. I'm doing that on a Wednesday. We have painting, we have exercise, we do yoga,
Lots of activities.
dancing,
Yeah.
we've got line dancing, we just started doing line dancing, anything and everything. I mean, we are a full package anymore, so. And it takes a lot of money, it does. One of our big thing now is transportation. We are doing transportation all over Gibson County. And we don't charge per se for Gibson County, we ask for donation. Recommended donation is $6, but if they can't pay, we still transport them. So I go in the hole every month on transportation. I will tell you, Princeton County Council gave me $12,000 this year. So, I mean, I'm hoping everybody else, will do something, so.
Where's the center located?
In Princeton, it's on 212 South Richland Creek Drive. Anybody 55 and older. We started a food pantry also last year, which I put a grant for another little building for a food pantry. And man, I had like 48 people come. See, I try to do 55 and older for my food pantry, but we don't ever turn anybody down, is the thing, so. But I had 48 clients come and get food last month, excuse me. So I do statistics every month, so I know what I've got.
cool.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Scott, you got anything? No? Gary?
I'm Gary Crothers, and my wife and I would like to apply for a liquor license in town. We're interested in opening a bar and grill here in town.
So, it is our understanding that we
We don't.
We don't
really
have anything on the books
I printed a
for
bunch
it.
of stuff out. I didn't know who it was for, but when I saw you, I figured it was for you.
Right.
There's an application on there and you fill it out, and it depends on if you're an LLC, a corporation, or
Right.
you're a sole proprietor. It depends on how many they have.
Right.
You fill out the application, you do it online with ATC, and it's either usually approved or they might have you come to a local meeting
Right.
for the ATC, but I don't know that Owensville has anything to do with it.
Okay, we talked to them today too, and there is permits available. I guess my question is, would there be any conflict with the council for us applying for something like this?
So we don't have an ordinance against it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. See, I didn't know that, that's what we.
I mean, just
You know, we'd like to-
plain and simple, there have been rumors in the past that, the reason that there was never anything like that in town was because there was an ordinance against it, but
That's-
there is
There's
not.
none.
Okay,
I mean, the liquor store has been since annexed into city limits, so
okay.
they
Well,
obviously,
we're looking for a
Sell
liquor
alcohol there.
license where we can open a diner, have a bar and grill, you know, no carry out.
awesome.
And, we've looked at a property, there's been no commitment made yet, but, you know, we're very interested, you know, and just kind of looking for a little feedback.
I think it would be awesome.
Yeah, I do too. I have this if you want it.
And we'll take it.
All right.
that way I
If you need
can-
help with it, just call me.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Thank you.
My turn.
Dave,
now.
it's your turn.
All right, I live at 406 Brummett Street. You already know I'm here.
Full-
405 Brummett Street, across the street from me.
Full-
2 years ago, so everybody knows, 2 Christmases ago, that place caught fire twice.
Mhm.
Since I come and asked why it wasn't being cleaned up, and it's still not cleaned up. There's a lot of activity going in inside of there and outside of there. There's people 2 o'clock in the morning sitting across their unfamiliar cars on a regular basis. There's people coming over there actually building behind it, it looks like, behind the garage, okay? They come over, I see water getting hauled in. I see other stuff getting hauled into a garage. They grab 2 or 3 bricks, throw them in a pile and take off. This has been going on for too long. I just want to be heard, and I want the town to know that eyesore has been there. I don't know why they're not being called to the town board or whatever, but enough is enough. I do know from public records, somebody was arrested there. Okay? And somebody had paraphernalia on them there. That is public record, so I can say that. I looked it up myself. If it's not, then maybe that at home. Okay? So there's a lot of activity going on in there. Okay? I brought it to the attention before to kind of look at it.
So when the activity is happening, have you called anybody?
No, I'm going to, I let the marshal know once before to kind of, but there's not much they can do.
Well, so
So the thing is, it really
I mean,
needs-
if they catch them in the act, absolutely, there's something they can
The
do.
whole thing is in my opinion, needs cleaned up. Okay, it does. And if it was across the street from y'all's house, it'd probably be a different story. And I just put that out there because I can say what I want to say, and that's my opinion.
Okay.
There's a lot of things going on back and forth that's not cleaned up. So I've already come to the decision, every car I see pull up there at 2 o'clock in the morning, shining flashlights through to my house, the cops are gonna be, the sheriff department's gonna be called from this point on every time a car pulls up in that property. I will be a thorn in the side.
As it should have been from the very beginning.
But I did let somebody know, I did talk to Roger and said things was going on, but I know they can't be over there 24/7, so.
Right.
But the fact of it not getting cleaned up, 2 years is a long time. Somebody's gonna get hurt over there too. Some kid's gonna come along through there and it's bad. Okay, so I'm just being heard. I want the town to know what's going on. I want the town to know we gotta, we're gonna clean up this trash over here and all this. That ain't no different than over there. There's cats living in that barn in there.
Yeah.
There's raccoons I've seen. There's all kind of things down in there. 2 years is a long time, people. Okay? They're not making an attempt to clean it up. I know they tell you they are. from the last conversation when I was in here, you said that they was working on it and said that they would slowly clean it up, which they have a right to do, but it's not.
Right, and there was a couple times where they got stopped by the health department because
Is this is the house that burnt?
on Christmas Eve, yes.
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
it's 405, we're on it, but
Okay,
I'm not sure.
because I
if it's
know at one
703.
time, there was a stop to clean up
Mhm.
because they said there was
Asbestos.
That was
asbestos there.
released way after that.
So I don't know.
Yes, yes, that was true, they was over there and it got released, it was investigated that it wasn't, and they got continued to clean up and tore the rest of the house down. Enough is enough. I keep my property up, I keep my stuff right, I've got a house that's built in 1900 and it looks better than the houses around me, because I keep my yard clean.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
Okay.
And I had to be heard, because I remember coming in here years ago, before y'all was on the town board, and there was a house on Walnut Street that people was living in. Somebody complained enough, and they got ran out of their house, and that house is now demolished, right? And it was tore down and it was tore out. I'm not mentioning the name.
Say on Walnut?
I believe that's Walnut Street.
Walnuts. 168's Walnut.
Okay, I'm sorry. Mulberry Street, my fault, on the corner of Mulberry Street.
We don't have a Mulberry Street.
That's Mulberry, isn't it?
No, we don't have a Mulberry Street here.
I don't-
The Shoemaker house on the corner.
Oh,
Well, that was.
that's
Okay,
that's
but
me.
that was an eyesore for a long time, and those people ended up having to move out of the place they lived in. Well, nobody's living here and it ain't getting cleaned up. Something's gotta get done, people. It's a mess over there at that area. I mean, if you go over there and look around, there's more than that. The house on the corner was bad for a while, the other house, there's other people who live there keeping up with their properties. So, and I'm just gonna have to come back, and I'll be here every month, and every car I see over there, I'm calling the sheriff's department, and I'll call the health department, I'll do what I gotta do, but it's really bad over there, so.
Very good. We will look into what we can do about it.
Thank you.
Mr. Wade.
I'm here because Dennis Collins wanted me to come here because he wants to put a eco box at the office or close around the office. But I see he's not here today.
Oh, the Narcan box.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he actually messaged me earlier, said that he was sick and that he wasn't gonna make it in.
And I talked to him
So-
late last week.
Are you okay with it being on?
I don't have no room for it because he's got to put it in the ground, got to have dirt. And I'm gonna have mostly concrete around my building, so it's gonna be on the backside, we don't want to see it. So we talked about maybe putting it there along the road, but it's gonna be on your guys' property, close, right across from his house. That's the reason why I thought he was gonna be here today, was my understanding when I talked to
Oh,
him.
there by the basketball courts?
Yes,
Okay.
It's
Somewhere
like
in the
road.
at the corner.
yeah, somewhere in that area there.
I mean,
You know,
yeah,
there's a lot of lines in the ground there,
yeah, we'd have to have,
but he was
Surveys
supposed
and
to
stuff
be here
in there.
today to talk about that.
so whenever he brought this up, my main concern is with him gonna take care of it.
Yes,
I wanna make sure that it's close to him. That's why we suggested over there
yeah. he
on your
was gonna do
property
a couple of other spots, too.
and kind of away from the basketball court, because I mean, even though it's not harmful if you take it when you don't need it, we don't want kids getting into it and taking it.
But he wants
for
easy
whatever,
access
you know.
so he can get to it. A little bit of traffic, people know it's there. I'm assuming he's gotta put a sign, I don't know what the rules are for that.
Yeah.
What he's gotta do, but I know he said he's gonna put it in the ground, he's gotta walk it down.
He just texted me and said he was sick and he couldn't make it, but said, could you please discuss the pin down location of who the I don't have a problem with it being there, totally up to you guys, I mean, it had to be marked, lines, make sure you don't hit something, but.
Right.
I got something. Can I say something?
Do you have
on
any?
that? Can I just make a suggestion on that, not to stop the Narcan box, can I suggest
Yes.
something? Been dealing with that for a while. I would suggest you put something on your website for people, because if people think they can just grab Narcan and shoot somebody, there's a little more trickier to it than that. When somebody's down, on an overdose, and I know from experience, because I'm a recovering addict, and I've done this before, you don't do it yourself. So the public needs to be aware, they're gonna jump up and they're gonna beat the holy hell out of you when they get shocked out of an overdose. So it's good to have Narcan, but I'm telling you the honest to God's truth, and am I right, Roger? They can really come out. So,
But I've seen it save lives too. So.
it does save lives, I just want the public to be aware, make sure you got somebody with you.
But it would make more
Somebody
sense to
can
have
really,
a
really,
sheriff's or.
I'm for Narcan.
I think his
Roger's
idea is
office
he
or
wants
something
people
like
to
that.
take it and keep it with them
Right.
for other emergencies.
Correct, but if somebody does do that, I just was wanting to make it known so people know in the public to be careful when you administer it. It can save a life.
No.
But when they come to, it ain't fun.
No, I see that.
It ain't fun, so please, people.
Yeah.
have
I would
somebody
rather
with
be
you
there
when you
than
get somebody with
basketball
Narcan.
goals
Yeah.
with kids playing.
And thank you for
Legally
letting me
speaking.
comment on that. I'm totally for Narcan.
I didn't hear
Well,
anything you
so
said.
in order for us to put it at the police department, we would have to discuss that with the fire board because that is their property, not ours. So,
I forgot.
Does it, we'll discuss it at our board meeting, but does it come with instructions?
Yeah.
Or,
It does have a user
or are you
on the
just opening
container.
the box and grabbing some?
the
If
wrong,
we keep it in that foyer there, that'll keep a lot of people out, but the people who know they might need it or whatever, can walk in there and get it. But, and I'm all for it too, I've seen us save 2 or 3 lives. But on the same note, I've been kicked in the face. But I don't wanna be responsible for something that people don't know what they're getting themselves into.
Well, I mentioned that to him, he said, I guess there may be some literature that he's gonna put there with it. I'm not
It's
exactly
a
sure.
great thing.
I don't know, it would, if you
It-
do
I
that, it
think-
would
I
kind of
think-
make the
well-
fire department kind of responsible and liable for it, I would think. I don't know where to put it, I don't know, I would think most people that they wouldn't walk to it themselves because they'd be overdosing, so someone would call 911 for them, I
Well,
would
what
think,
is-
but I don't know.
What it's intended for is, say, I've got a buddy that I know he's addicted to narcotics. So I go down there and I get that and I put that in my pocket just in case me or my buddy take,
Yeah.
take too
That's
much.
what-
But that's
Yeah.
what it's for. I mean, Deaconess and St. Vincent, they've got boxes just hanging right outside their emergency rooms, but they're medical facilities. They're,
Right. Sarah, did they open that doctor's office here? Did that happen? I don't know, I think that's probably something that needs to be looked at, and the fire department would probably need to talk to their legal counsel about what needs to be done with that. Because wouldn't wanna make anybody responsible for it.
That's what I'm afraid would happen, if somebody did it wrong, or someone ended up dying, or whatever the situation is. I mentioned that to Dennis. He said that's never been a problem, but there's always something, of course, comes up with more. But it's a good thing to have, but
well, the research that I did on it, we were talking about it from last month. It can be problematic for infants, but there's, and see, there is my problem with putting it down by the basketball courts where there's kids. If they get a hold of one, take it home, and for whatever reason, kids do silly things. Poke their little brother with it, and yeah, then there we have it.
So, I don't mind putting it on the website, and unfortunately, we gotta think about all of this, but I don't know if that would create a legal issue for the town of Owensville if we put it on the website. On the other hand, I know that the state of Indiana, and you can quote, you can correct me on that. I remember reading something about, administering, Narcan, that if something happens, you're not held liable because you're trying to save a life. There's some kind of a statute about it, I'm not sure.
Yes, but the fire department's different because they're trained, and that's
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
different.
But yeah, I mean, putting it on the website, I could do that easily, but I want to really check on it because, and that would be, the attorneys, you know, I don't know if that would then create a problem for Owensville.
All right. So it sounds like we need to have more discussion on this, so unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to nail down a location this
Well, that's
evening.
fine, Dennis knows why I stand at the trustee's office.
Yeah.
They can be close by, it don't bother me at all. It's
So-
whatever you guys decide, it's gonna go to the property.
I'll reach out to Dennis, he may even be watching, but, we just need to make sure that everything legal is covered first.
Do we need to have like a public discussion about this? Do we need to have anything to let the town talk about it? I mean, obviously we've had it in the meetings, but we haven't, nobody knows that's what we're gonna be talking about necessarily. Do we need to have a hearing or, I don't know if it's a hearing, not really
I
a hearing, but,
I don't really know. That's something to look into also.
I mean, what do you think? I mean, if we're gonna put it on the,
Put it out for everybody to get,
by the, in a
yeah.
parks area, do we need, how does the park board feel about it? That's why we put them in charge of that. You know, obviously I hate to put it off because he's been pushing for it, but at the same time, like, we don't wanna make a decision that's gonna come back on us and like everybody said, become an issue. Obviously, we can deal with issues, but,
Like they say, New York fighters in the ass.
Can-
That's what I'm gonna say.
can we like expedite this by having the actual, see what everybody's talking about or feels like? I don't know. I don't know. The stuff I've looked up, I mean, the benefits outweigh getting punched in the face, you know?
That's fine, I was just
I
letting
just,
people know what
and,
they can
and,
get into.
you know, my first thought was, okay, we put it down there, that means everybody's gonna use down there. Well, now our parks areas are gonna, well, research has said it doesn't do that. So, I don't know that there's necessarily a bad thing with putting it down there, but it's just, how's it gonna be maintained and, you know,
The one thing with it being down there is with him living right across the street,
yeah.
he will be able to monitor it, fill it when it needs filled, make sure that somebody that shouldn't be getting into it isn't, for the most part. I mean, he can't monitor it 24/7, but yeah.
But with the Privacy Act, are you able to monitor that
I don't think you are.
No,
and see who comes and gets it?
no.
Well, I mean,
It's
just,
not about seeing who comes and gets it, it's just making sure that
I
it's,
mean,
Yeah.
just whenever he's in public view of it, just when he's walking around his yard, he can see if a kid is over there snooping around, you know, he can be, hey, get out of here, kid.
Could he put it in his yard?
Ding, ding, ding.
That
He's
is,
thought about doing that.
I mean, it's right across the street.
He's thought about doing that, and I don't know why he didn't do that. Roger may have a better answer than that.
Why he didn't
Put it
just
in his own yard.
put it on his fence?
Yes.
I don't know why.
I would say to just do that.
well, I think he even said that may be where it ends up, over on the corner by the
That
willow.
solved a lot of people's problems with it.
I mean, he would get to do his thing, he would get to do his thing. We're not against it, but we
He
wanna
really
cover,
wants to do
we wanna,
it.
That
we wanna
might-
cover the town's
That might
liability.
solve our, what happens if he moves out
He just
or
takes it with
changes
him.
possession?
He just got to take it with
Either
him.
he takes it
Yeah.
with him or the next owner takes it down.
Yeah.
He would have to, yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I think him putting it in his yard, hanging it from his fence is probably the best bet. But maybe we should look into it a little bit more.
Yep.
And just
You
for
gonna-
FYI,
you gonna talk to him?
County Health Department has plenty of it that is ready. Anybody wants it, they can walk up and get it and take it home with them, day first.
The health department?
Guaranteed, there was money put out through the opioid funds that
That's
they
where
have.
they said money is too.
And they have, there is so much over there. If you ever want any, you can walk up there, they'll give it to you. You can take it home and have it sitting there in case of an emergency. So there's a lot of Narcan in Gibson County available, even without a box. I'm just letting you know it's there, plenty of it.
But he just wants to secure it, the way I understand it. Because I think in Hope 10, I think he said the box will.
Okay.
So it is limited to what people can grab. Maybe I can grab all over just one, I'd get enough that.
Me personally,
I'll talk to
I
him
think
about,
we find a good spot for it. I'm cool with it.
yeah, I'll talk to him about putting him just there on his fence. It's right across the street, it's still does the same thing, and then we can even help him advertise it, that it's there, so I'll talk to him about that. Okay, the other Mr. Wade.
Yeah.
Pedro, anything else? No. Vanessa? Corey?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys ready for this?
No.
No.
Depends on what you got, though.
What is that, 2 pages?
2.5. Okay,
No, I know what this is.
I'm just honoring what I said.
Yes, no, you're good, go ahead.
Okay. This is my opinion. And this is what I'm gonna say about it. All right, so, it was brought to my attention that there are some concerns about the things that this board's doing and, or not doing. So, I'm gonna address a couple of them. With regard to ordinances, and this is one, I think you kind of brought up. So with regard to vehicles in general, in the public parking, it's my opinion that the town board does not need to approve the use of such property. Anyone's allowed to park in public parking. The town marshal can determine if any vehicle has been abandoned or is in violation of a town ordinance. That's kind of what he's for. And I think he does a good job. If anyone has a concern about an ordinance violation, they may report it to a town board member, which they have, the town hall, or directly with the marshal. Sandra, I have a question for you. What's the liability? What liability does the town have with regard to the use of public land by private entities? Let's say vehicles are parked in the street and an accident happens, or a vehicle catches fire, or a child gets into a vehicle and gets hurt. What does the town have liability wise?
All of that, the answer to that is, it depends. I don't know. It's a lot of factual information. Public land, like, you talking about parking lots?
Yeah.
Or
Some parking space right out here.
right out there?
Say-
Or at the
Okay.
Ball Diamond. Say they're at the Ball Diamond, they're parked.
Okay.
It's just a traffic incident, right? There's no.
Yeah.
Now, it's my understanding that if we do not maintain that property properly, then we may be held liable if something were to happen due to that property being.
If you don't maintain your property and someone gets hurt on it, like they fall in a hole or something,
Yeah.
and you can be liable for that,
Yeah.
but somebody just parking in a public parking spot, I don't know that there's liability for that.
Right. That's kind of what I thought.
Okay, I just wanted to ask
It's just,
that.
it was brought up as to whether or not the town had any liability for private owners of vehicles to have issues with their vehicles catching fire, or an abandoned vehicle may have created an issue. That would be on them,
Oh, that's
that would be on them.
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping Matt would be here, but does the other board members see any issue or any need to pursue an ordinance regarding long-term public parking?
No.
We already have an ordinance for abandoned vehicles.
Correct.
and Public parking spots are public parking spots.
Yes,
Some
yes, sir.
This is stemming from a box truck and a semi truck that was parked at the REH Center. It was parked down there supposedly briefly, and it sat there for a couple months. The gym floor was being upgraded. I was in contact with that guy. I knew who owned the trucks. They were license plated, insured. It wasn't bothering anybody. It wasn't obstructing, no parking. So when the gym opened back up, I was asked to have him to move those trucks. Well, Vanessa and I talked in the office about a place where this young man could park these trucks. He lives in the trailer park. He has no place to park those two big vehicles. So we both discussed it and decided the south side of the library, there's nobody using the old doctor's office. Those trucks wouldn't hurt nothing sitting there. Meanwhile, I'm in contact with this guy once every couple weeks. And somewhere, somehow, this got on social media, these trucks were abandoned trucks, that they had been towed from the REH to the town square, which that did not happen. Those trucks did have a dead battery on them. It was when it was 5 below zero. The young man got them, up and running, and he parked them up here. They have sat here a while, but I've been in contact with him this whole time those trucks were sitting there.
But in your opinion, does it meet the abandoned vehicles?
No, because he could come up there and start those trucks and drive them. The only reason he is not driving them per se is his business right yet. He was in the process of getting another CDL type license to where he could over the road use the trucks. All I'm saying is we've let semis park up here ever since I've been a cop here, a long time. And I don't see anything wrong with helping somebody in the community park something, that they can't park at their house.
I mean, he's gonna use it for his livelihood too.
Absolutely, and
Okay.
he saw the post on Facebook about it. I, in turn, got a hold of him. Corey had spoke to the young man too. And somebody offered to let him park the trucks out of town, so that's what he did, he moved them. But they were never broke down, they were never abandoned.
Okay.
We was in agreements over there that, if we had a town function, because we do, they have more of them nowadays than we did years ago, that if we called him, he would have to move them, from that area. He agreed to do that. I don't know why somebody's got to throw a fit about them, because they wasn't hurting nothing. They didn't have flat tires. I made sure they were insured, plated.
It doesn't sound like there's an issue with it. You have your town marshal who says it's okay.
There were no obstruction, it wasn't like they were parked on a corner where somebody couldn't see around them. They were parked over there, but somebody was worried about somebody maybe backing into them. Who's at fault? I don't know, maybe the town would be. I don't see that because they're insured.
It's just like any other vehicle that's parked. If you back into it, you need to tell them and give them your insurance information. I mean, if it's your fault, you're at fault, and
And like I say, I checked with the young man and those trucks
If
were
I'm
plated and
at
insured.
Walmart and I back out of a parking spot and hit somebody, it's my fault.
Yeah, so it's not, how would that be the town's
Not
fault? I don't
Walmart's.
understand that logic and how that would,
Well, I see comments on Facebook, but I don't get on there and
Yeah.
do all that gibberish. If somebody needs to ask me, all they have to do is come up and ask me. But I knew
yeah.
from day one why them trucks were parked at the gym and then why them trucks were
If they
parked
would
at
just
town.
come and ask.
Yeah. Corey, did
Yeah,
that answer your
that's-
question?
That's all they have to
yeah.
do is ask somebody.
Okay.
So, to finish this topic, if you will, I think the thing that we're missing is the idea that, as Roger explained, there's things that happen that it's part of the process of enforcing an ordinance or investigating some sort of issue, and we don't necessarily proclaim every step of the way of what's going on. So it's not that anybody's trying to allow one person to do something and not another. Like you said, I did have a conversation with the guy. I just happened to come home right when he was working on it, and I did recommend that we do have a 3-day. If it's been sitting for 3 days in the ordinance, it's considered abandoned. Now, that means that starts the process of rectifying the issue, and Roger is taking care of that part of it. I mean, it's not something that we have to vote on, it's not something that we need to approve or disapprove. We have done that with the ordinance. So, we give him that ability to take care of those things. Then also, you know, we did talk about the young man, we haven't named him. That's not something I'm willing to do, whether it's family, friend, acquaintance, or an adversary. However, if an offender is not responding to continued notices of the violation, then we're going to take whatever we can take, whatever steps we can take. It might be legal, and then that might be public, and then everybody knows what happened. You know, like he came up and said he looked up and found information about this property down here. You know, there's no need to bring everybody out into the open unless that's what needs to happen to get the job done. He brought it up about a property that needs to be taken care of. And I appreciate that. That's the point. You know, if there's a violation, bring it up to us. You know, everybody has that opportunity. You guys know where we're at. Okay. TIF funds from 2012. I don't know really how this accounting works. Maybe you might help us with this. We have some funds that have been sitting in an account that are coming from the county, right? This is the Toyota, or maybe it's the coal mine.
This is coal mine.
Money. So yes, this money is county taxpayer money. Is that?
Yes, but it's for
Correct.
a certain purpose.
But it's been allocated to us to be able to use on infrastructure purposes. So it makes sense that everyone in the county would be concerned about the use of their money as to whether or not we've taken care of it and used it. You know, if the board at the time was able to predict the length of time it would take to utilize this money, an interest earning account would have been sought. It is not ideal to have sat on these funds for so long. It's not what anybody really wanted to do. This board has attempted at least twice that I know of to purchase land by the wells to update wellhead. Good to know we have an opportunity to take advantage of that if we can on that other property. Both times seller backed out. We are now working on using these funds for other water infrastructure projects. This is an ongoing conversation we've had. We have not ignored it. It's something we've constantly been talking about.
Corey, could I clarify something?
Yes, please, do so.
The TIF money is in German American Bank,
Okay,
and we are earning interest on it.
okay.
And I can tell you an amount if you want the amount public.
I mean, it's public
Right
money.
now, we've ended up, and it's 220,000 in German American on TIF. We have not lost anything. I know
What's our
comments
interest?
were made about that,
Do you know
about
what-
losing.
Do you know what the interest rate is?
That I don't know.
Would you
I'd
be
have
able to
look-
get
I
that?
can get that, yes.
Okay.
And isn't TIF money usually set for a parameter of what it can be used for?
Yes,
Yes.
we have
Yes.
parameters for that, yes.
And this here, this TIF money that we have was used for water. Am I correct?
Allocated
Yes.
for water, yeah.
Allocated for water. But it did not, this board, it fell into this board's lap.
Yeah.
Because it come back, they got that TIF money back in 2012. Totally different board. So,
But there's no.
But our responsibility nonetheless.
I do not know that much about TIF money. I know this on the budget side of it, if you don't use it that year, it's considered as cash, unless you ask for additional appropriations the following year.
yeah.
But some of those rules is changing.
I am in contact with Jim McDonald, and we work on it every year together, and we talk about it every year, and we make sure everything is in order, everything is legitimate, there's nothing that's under the table, there's nothing going on, it's still sitting there, and it's going to be used for whatever project, the water that, trying to fix the wells, or whatever we're going to it's
As
allocated
far as I know,
for.
there's no time limit on that.
No,
that I
no,
know.
there was
No.
no time limit that I'm aware of, yeah.
And he has to prepare a report for the Board of Accounts every year, and I work with him on it, and it's, yeah.
As long as you show you still got it, drawn in, all that fun
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Fill out the
It can
forms.
be used to purchase land, it's my understanding.
For the water.
For the water,
Yes.
yes.
for the water,
Yes.
Which is what it was initially
That-
that's why we were doing this.
And that's what we've been trying to use it for.
That's-
So there was one, property north of the current plant that was tried to be purchased by the board before us.
Yeah, some time ago, yes.
And then
Chris had the agreement.
2-3 years into my first term here, I found out that we had this TIF money and what it was supposed to be used for. So then we started working on
Get one,
another one,
yeah. You just-
and that one fell through. And then we tried to work on the original one again, hoping that maybe they'd change their mind. And they did not.
yep.
So that all that fell through. The last one, went all the way to contract and he just didn't sign it. So, that one, for a long time, was being worked on. So that's where that money was supposed to go at that time.
And I got a
We've
piece
tried
of
to do,
Yeah, I got a piece of paper here that I get emailed to me about every month or every quarter from the state about Indiana Bond Bank. I don't know if you guys get that information or not. Teresa, you may not know, but Teresa may know. Matter of fact, this is from the day I got emailed. I can give this to you, and Teresa can look it up, or
Vanessa.
I already made one copy. But that's what they send me. If I need to purchase anything, you can get a bond for it for a period of time.
Pay them back after a certain
And
period.
I'm assuming that's for anything, I don't know what all the limits are, there's pretty wide limits on that.
Right.
What it looks like to me.
And we talked about that kind of information when we thought we were really close to doing the new
Yeah.
water project, so, Josh came in and
Yeah.
talked to us about a lot of those things,
Yep.
so.
Because the money's there, it is.
yep. Yeah, that was.
I think
sewer.
what we're trying to figure out at the moment is what, because it was asked, what clear use are we actually gonna be spending this money on? And the answer is we don't have that answer. We don't have a clear project that we have decided on. And truthfully, it's just because it keeps changing. Every time we look at something, something else becomes an issue. So, that's what I will have to finish with this topic. This town has a great number of issues to repair, upgrade, replace, or remove. I'll also say that we have a great team of supervisors, employees, and contractor partners who help prioritize these issues and maintain our infrastructure. And what you guys do for us is, you're the experts in these fields, and we heavily rely on you, and we thank you for it. And everything you guys have done is just, I'm pleased with it. Okay. Anything else on that?
On the tip, I just grabbed that, that's the last bank statement for January.
I'll look at that. Okay. Someone asked me how many board members are related to each other. So, I've got a list of people that I'm related to that work for this town. Dwayne, the president of the board, he is my first cousin. He is my mom's brother's son. Okay, and I did bring that up during the appointment. We had I can't think of her name. My previous, Phyllis, when Phyllis passed away, they appointed her replacement, and they did interviews, and I came up, and that was the first thing I said. I was first cousins with Dwayne. The other board member at the time I went to church with.
And just to clarify, the two board members at the time were not the ones that appointed the third board member. The board member was appointed by C.T. Montgomery.
Yeah,
Yeah, the chairman for the public works.
yeah,
Yes.
correct. Billy, did you know we were first cousins once removed?
I did not know.
We are. I'm also, and he's the water and sewer superintendent. Karen Reed, who's our deputy clerk treasurer, sorry. She is married to another one of my first cousins once removed, Jay Reed. Does anybody know Jay Reed? Yeah. So we're related as well. My mom used to be clerk treasurer at one time and worked with Karen and with her uncle Bernard, who was on the park or on the town board. So all this to say, it's not illegal.
It's not nepotism.
That's not nepotism.
I say that I was here for you too.
You were, yeah, because you were part of the potential senior. Okay. But okay, so nepotism, right? This I think is the issue, and I had Vanessa pull what we sign every yearly. The certification of elected officials to the executive of the Owensville on compliance with municipal nepotism policy involving direct line supervision. So we sign that we will not practice nepotism. Meeting or communicating to discuss, poll, or form a consensus on public matters outside of properly noticed public meetings is prohibited. That is what we can't do. So we can't discuss issues that pertain to the town board outside of a public meeting. Okay? The only thing that we can do without the public being a part of it is executive sessions, and there are very few things that we can do that with. So it's just usually sensitive information. And we still post it, it's just not public. Any questions on that?
Probably.
Everybody's related to somebody.
Probably.
Everybody. It's just way down the line.
Aren't we all brothers and sisters?
We're all neighbors. Do we want to talk about this?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
That needs to be brought up.
Okay, the last topic I have is the REH Center. It was made public a few weeks ago on Facebook regarding a monetary donation from Hopstot being sent to the REH board for the funding of the new floor. I would like to publicly thank the Hopstot Summerfest for their donation. It is a wonderful thing to have towns work together for a common good. On a different note, this donation was used to shame the town board for its lack of support. I don't know why. Why would somebody do this? Why would somebody take this gift to tear down something else? I think it was to cause a divide between the REH board and the town board. I think that's a bad choice. I think that if we all want to work together, then we all have to praise each other. We have to work together. Competition's a great motivator, but competition only works to serve the public if both sides grow from it. Tearing each other down, I think, is a fool's errand. I'll say this one. I wrote this down because this is one thing that came to my mind. Proverbs 11:11. When right living people bless the city, it flourishes. Evil talk turns it into a ghost town in no time. I don't think we want a ghost town. So, please do what you can to encourage each other in this town. It is good to hold each other accountable. I think that is necessary, but we don't have to do it by tearing each other down. That's what I have to say on it.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Very well said, very well said.
And I think everyone knows that they can come to a town council meeting if they have issues that they want to discuss.
Instead of doing it on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I can tell you that, I will not be addressing anybody on Facebook. So if you have something to say, you can either find me and talk to me about it, call me. My number has been made very public for a long time. Call me, it'll be fine. I answer most of the time. You're more than welcome to come to a board meeting and have a discussion about it. We like to have discussions. It's okay if the meeting runs a little long, everybody will be fine. The seats are padded. It will be fine. Okay.
Last thing, I'm not calling anybody evil. You guys can make that determination yourself. What I am saying though is, like, we don't want to, these are your two options. You decide which way you want to go. And if you want the town to grow, then let's do the right thing and have conversations and bring things up. We don't have to be mad about it. There's no reason we have to be hostile. We can just have a conversation. I understand, you get, when you came up and you talked about your topic, you felt like there's nothing else that you can do. It's not, nothing's getting done. You can get emotional. You can put something behind it if you need to. We need to sometimes hear that because we got a lot of things going on and sometimes we get distracted. I don't drive by that every day. You do. And if it keeps happening and we don't do anything about it, bring it to our attention because that's what we need. We need the town to bring these things. We're not going around policing everything.
That's his job.
That's his job, but we also don't want that. We don't want Big Brother. I mean, it's.
At the end of the
That's
day,
what-
your property is your property. Your space is your space. But at the same time, you need to be good neighbors to one another and understand that your neighbor wants they want your place to look as nice as their place. It's not that they're trying to shame you, which shaming you gives a little bit of peer pressure. There's a lot of times it's the only reason I mow my yard is because my neighbor did the day before. I don't want to get out there and mow it every other day, but I do because my neighbor did. Anyway, you got anything else?
God forbid you're an outsider.
Yes. I mean,
Sandra,
I have nothing.
okay.
Yeah.
If nobody has anything else, speak now or forever hold I will make a motion
No.
to adjourn the Owensville Town Council meeting.
You want to announce these?
What am I announcing? What have I missed?
There's a special meeting for additional appropriation for the town on March 10th at 6 PM.
And
Everybody needs to hear that so you know we're doing it.
And let me add, I found out today, this afternoon late, I was just on Gateway looking at my notice hearing that I uploaded and everything. And when I went to the Owensville site, they had somebody else's appropriation on Owensville's website. So I've got a call in and an email in to Gateway Support. And I even went on the public side and got in there on it, and it is the same way. So I'm wondering if my appropriations, if they didn't, after it got uploaded to Gateway, whether they swapped me with this other town, I don't know. So I will know tomorrow whether or not we can still have this on the 10th.
Okay.
If the woman on the phone that I talked to, she said, Probably not. I will have to start the process over again. So I will let you all know tomorrow
All right.
on that. And I will put it on the town council site, whether we get to have it or not.
How much notice do you have to have? I thought it was 48 hours.
14 days it has to be
Okay.
on, and I uploaded it on February 23rd.
Okay.
And when I got on there today, it's another town's additional appropriation hearing. So, I don't know yet. I'll find out tomorrow.
All right.
Cool.
Next meeting is April the 7th at 6:30 PM.
I'm good.
Make a motion to adjourn the Owensville Town Council meeting on April the 3rd, 2026 at 8 o'clock.
A second.
Did that not say March?
So April, dang it. I'll motion we close the March meeting